NASCAR races, everyone. This will be a double feature as I am currently working on my yearly house. Also, this is the 2025 NASCAR 250 begins with Harrison Burton tripping to the lead. Holy crapper! If I get an underdog victory, that is Aric Almirola doesn't pass. Corey Day locks up and nearly collides with William Byron. Also, William Byron's club drivers has a really cool Halloween paint scheme. Yeah, I miss Halloween paint schemes. It's really cool that they got Halloween paint schemes. Awesome. Almirola and Harrison battle for the lead, and Almirola is getting more and more aggressive. He even breaks late in an attempt to pass, but it doesn't work. Justin Allgaier also joined the chat as he is running down both Almirola and Harrison. Almirola manages to get past Harrison and Justin Allgaier also attempts to get past him. Second time's a charm, and Allgaier manages to get past Harrison for second. Carson Crawford and Sammy Smith call for ninth. Lap traffic becomes a factor and Aric Almirola starts putting a few drivers a lap down. And the caution just came out as Matt Snyder is taken out for several drivers come down the pit road during caution. The caution ends with Brendan Queen jumping from the lead. Mayer is in second. Brandon Jones and Carson is back in sixth. Just like that, another caution just came out as Connor Mozak spun out and lost control. Also, Connor Mozak is driving this. Driving Matt D's car, yeah, Matt D. Burrito, aka Matt Benedetto. Wonder why he left. Some caution ends with Brendan Queen and Sam Mayer battling for the lead. Holy crapper! This is getting intense. Mayer and Butterbean continue to go at it, and Mayer manages to clear Butterbean. And then all of a sudden, Justin Allgaier is in second. Two men battle for the lead. And just like that, Allgaier took the lead. And Mayer locks up and taps the wall. Holy crapper! There's so much going on that I can't keep up. Justin Allgaier managed to win one heck of an epic first stage. Not even a pit stop can stop. There was intense, but anyways, a few drivers come down the pit road and there will be no race off the pit road. The second stage begins with Justin Allgaier jumping to the lead. Brett Jones holds off his teammate for second. Car Village and Harrison Burton battle. Harrison manages to get past Sillage and starts falling behind. Brandon Jones is trying to run down Allgaier in battle. Dave Sillage battle for eighth. Brandon Jones tries his best to hold off Aric Almirola in second. The caution just came out as Jim Burton blew his tire and lost control. Again, several drivers decide to make their pit stops under yellow. Justin Allgaier wins the race off the road. And Justin Love gets another penalty Hamilton. But this time, it's for equipment interference. Anyways, the caution ends with Carson Crawford tripping to the lead. He does a great job of holding on to it. Justin Allgaier is currently running in eighth. Allgaier has jumped up to sixth, and before you know it, he's fifth. Brandon Jones is being held up by FBF Traders, but he eventually manages to pass him for seventh. And Aric Almirola is right behind him. Taylor Gray got past Justin Allgaier. But Carson Crawford wins the second stage in 2025 Luigi Bronze 250 at Martinsville. Several drivers come down the road during the stage caution. No race off the road yet. Third and last race begins with Sam Mayer and Taylor Gray. But Mayer manages to pull away from Gray, but Gray has to deal with Allgaier who's trying to pass him. Gray locks up and starts falling back. Ryan C. gets past Sammy Smith for 8. Carson Crawford gets held up by Daniel Dye, and he still manages to hold him off for 20th. Aric Almirola gets past Justin Allgaier for 2nd. Aric is now leading, and both him and Taylor Gray get past Sam Mayer. Taylor Gray and Aric Almirola continue to go at it. Jeremy Clements' car starts catching fire as the brake starts glowing, but he made it to pit road and prevented a caution. Phew. Taylor Gray might get his first win if he's able to pass Aric Almirola. Holy crapper! Boston York is in third! The clash of the two JGR drivers continue, and a caution just came out as several drivers got involved in a huge pileup caused by Josh Williams again. It's unfortunate that one of the Halloween cars had to get involved in another caution. Yeah, Josh Williams' car is really cool. Like, they're killing it with the Halloween schemes. Not even Corey Day and Connor Zilich are safe. Dang it! Daniel Dye gets the free pass as he's the first car a lap down. Gray and several more drivers come down to pit road. Gray wins the race off pit road. Anyways, the caution ends with Nick Sanchez jumping to the lead. He doesn't hang on to the lead for long, though, as Allgaier, he doesn't hang on for the... Anyways, the caution ends with Nick Sanchez jumping to the lead. He doesn't hang on to the lead for long, though. Allgaier gets held up and falls back. Another caution was avoided. Phew. He even has contact with Ellis. Jeb and Mayer have contact, and Jeb holds him off for 8th. It's a three-way battle for the lead as Brandon Jones is right behind Gray and Almirola. Sammy Smith is trying to run them down. And another caution just came out as Reslov gets taken out and loses control. Jesse Love decides to come down to pit road for gas. The caution ends with Taylor Gray jumping to the lead. Holy crapper, Sammy Smith gets past Brandon Jones. Just when another caution came out as Carson Qualp gets taken out by Ryan Sieg. The caution ends with Taylor Gray jumping to the lead again. Sammy Smith just got past Almirola for second, and he's right behind Gray, but Gray managed to pull away from him. With 9 to go, Gray continues to lead. Carson Qualp got past Patrick, and Brandon Jones gets past Sammy Smith. Daniel Dye causes yet another caution, and the race gets into the green-white checker phase. Again, with the green-white checker phases. Man, I'm getting flashbacks to the fall race. I really hope something doesn't go horribly wrong here. Daniel Dye not only blew a tire, but also got into the wall. But anyways, the race restarts with Taylor Gray jumping to the lead, and Sammy Smith is right behind him. On the final lap, the battle is on. Sammy Smith tried, but Taylor Gray gets his first win. I wanted Sammy Smith to win, but it's still great to see Taylor Gray get his first win, which is why this race gets an 8 out of 10. He finally got what he wanted. And that is why the fall Xfinity Martinsville race is better than the spring one. But anyways, on to the Cup Series race. Hopefully it'll be better. Greetings, NASCAR enjoyers, and welcome to the second part of this playoff Martinsville double feature, but it should actually be called The Chase, not the playoffs. But anyways, the 2025 Xfinity 500 begins with William Byron jumping to the lead. I am actually going to call all the drivers by their actual names instead of their Michael Rusnick's names this time around. Yeah, just for this race and the championship race, because you gotta take things seriously in the championship race, am I right? Yeah, this time I'll call them by their actual names. Byron continues to lead as it's difficult to pass on flat tracks with the next-gen car. Hopefully the 750 horsepower increase will fix this. Reddick gets past Gilliland, but not much else is going on aside from that. Byron is still leading. Gibbs is trying to run down Larson. Suarez just jumped up to 20th, and Chase Elliott got past Hamlin. Not even Logano is safe from getting overtaken by Elliott. And he managed to get past Gibbs. Hamlin gets past Logano. And the caution just came out during commercial. Seriously? Yeah, if a caution comes out during the commercial break, yeah, you're pretty much screwed. You don't know what's going on until you see the recaps. So yeah, big L. And I thought this was a Fox problem, but no, it happens to be a problem with other networks as well. Bubba Wallace takes out Suarez, but anyways, the whole entire field came down to pit road. Amazingly, Michael McDowell wins the race off pit road, and no driver stayed out, which is rare. Yeah, it's rare that no drivers decide to stay out, because usually you get a few or some drivers decide to stay out and take the risk. The caution ends with Byron and McDowell battling for the lead. Byron pulls away. McDowell blocks Custer, who attempted to get past him. Logano got past Hamlin for 5th. Chase Elliott gets past Gibbs for 3rd. And Logano got past him. Ryan Blaney is running in 19th. Is there anything that could slow him down? But anyways, the three Hendrick drivers continue to run in the top 3. They even put Casey Mears a lap down. Not even lap traffic can stop Byron. Oh, come on! Logano isn't third. I hate it when Logano is in the top three. Please don't let him win this race. Oh no! Logano got past Larson just like that. William Byron wins the first stage of the 2025 Xfinity 500 at Martinsville. But anyways, several drivers come down to pit road during the stage caution, and Byron wins the race off pit road. The second stage begins with Byron jumping to the lead. Larson and Elliott try to get past Logano. He also has to deal with Gibbs, who is running him down and trying to get past him. Contact ensues as Chastain gets past Custer by bumping it out of the way. Larson and Logano battle for second. Byron continues to lead. Byron starts getting caught up in lap traffic, finally. Larson manages to get past Logano. Yes! Don't let that bugger in the Championship 4. Please don't let him in there. Anything to prevent him from getting into the Championship 4. Ah crap, Carson Hocevar causes the next caution. He spun out when he was in front of Suarez, which is ironic considering that both Carson Hocevar and Daniel Suarez are going to be teammates next year. Yeah, learn to work together, guys. But anyways, pit road is super busy and several drivers take the plunge. Again, Byron wins the race off pit road. And Chase Briscoe has issues on pit road. Dang it! Anyways, the caution ends with Byron continuing to lead. Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson are back where they are. First, second, and third. Yeah, like William Byron's the first like he's supposed to be. And Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott are in second and third, respectively. Just like how it's always meant to be. Hendrick in the top three. Chase Elliott even blocks Logano, which allows Blaney to get past him for third. Never mind, Chase Elliott got past Blaney. Blaney and Elliott go at it for third. And another caution just came out as Custer spun out and lost control. He gets taken out by Josh Berry. The caution ends with Byron once again continuing to lead. Larson and Blaney battle for second. Blaney pulls away from Larson for a bit and is now tailing Byron. And another caution just came out as Cody Ware lost control and lost a wheelie. Yeah, it's a thing with next-gen cars, the single-lug wheels. As much as they look great, yeah, and believe me, they look far better than those primitive 5-lug wheels, which is an unpopular opinion, by the way. As a lot of NASCAR guys seem to like the 5-lug wheels. Like, they worship them like it's a friggin' god, but I actually prefer the single-lug wheels over the 5-lug wheels. They look much better, but they have the design flaw of trying to come loose at irregular circumstances. But anyways, after that goofy caution, several drivers pit in, but Byron and Larson stay out. No race off pit road this time around. The caution ends with Byron continuing to lead. Christopher Bell then joins the chat and battles Larson for second. And just like that, Byron does a stage sweep at Martinsville as he won the second stage of the 2025 Xfinity 500. Pit road is open as several drivers decide to go down to pit road. The third and final stage begins with Reddick jumping to the lead. Blaney manages to get past Reddick. Byron is getting held up by Ty Gibbs. Another caution just came out as Berry nearly gets into the wall. He gets taken out by Brad Kay and Bubba Walls. The sudden caution ends with Blaney and Hamlin battling for the lead. Byron manages to get past Gibbs. Yes, about time. Reddick is next on the chopping block and he gets past him, but not without contact. Even Elliott managed to get past Gibbs. And Briscoe has engine trouble. Logano and Byron continue to go at it. Byron gets past Logano and is now running in third. Ed Briscoe is out of the race, but hey, he's still in the Championship 4, which is good. Blaney starts getting caught up in lap traffic. Hamlin and Byron battle for second. And Hamlin has a throttle issue and is out of the race, but hey, he's still in the Championship 4. Larson gets past Logano for 6. Ryan Blaney starts losing patience during the race itself. Byron is getting closer and closer, but gets held up by lap traffic again. Logano comes down to pit road and Chase Elliott joins in alongside him. More drivers pit in. Holy crapper, pit road is busy. Even the top 3 make their pit stops. And the caution just came out right when Blaney pitted. Penske is getting flashbacks at Iowa in the IndyCar Series as they got screwed over during caution in that race as well. But anyways, a few drivers come down to pit road. The caution ends with Blaney jumping to the lead, though Byron is not slowing down. And another caution just came out. Suarez takes out Hocevar. But anyways, several drivers come down to pit road. The caution ends with Blaney jumping to the lead again. And Erik Jones has a loose wheel. Chastain is running in third. So far, no lead changes. Lap traffic becomes a factor again, and Byron is getting closer and closer to Blaney again. Byron gets past Blaney and gets aggressive. Yes! Byron will make the Championship 4! No more Penske's in the Championship 4, which is good. McDowell gets bumped by Blaney when he tried to get past him. Byron manages to scoot his way through lap traffic, even if some drivers will try to fight to stay on the lead lap. And another caution just came out. Carson Hocevar got into the wall, but anyways, several drivers come down to pit road and Byron wins the race off pit road again. The caution ends with Byron pulling away from Blaney. With 10 to go, the battle is on. Byron and Blaney continue to go at it. Blaney is trying his best to get close to Byron, but is not able to do it. On the final lap, William Byron finally manages to do it. He gets into the Championship 4 and joins it with 3 other drivers who have never won a championship. For the first time, no Penske drivers made it to the Championship 4. Larson is the only driver in the Championship 4 who has won a championship in the past. Yeah, he's won a championship in 2021, and that was the last year they had the Gen 6 cars. So yeah, needless to say, race gets a 9 out of 10. It's an easy 9 out of 10. The race was freaking intense, and it was short track racing to the extreme. We've never seen this much excitement from Martinsville in years. And as much as I like Blaney, and don't get me wrong, I do like Ryan Blaney, seeing Penske not make it to the Championship 4 is refreshing. We got 3 drivers who have never won a championship, and 1 driver who's only won 1 championship in the Gen 6 era, so it will be exciting to watch, to say the least. So yeah, the Championship 4 is on, and it's the final race of NASCAR this year. But anyways, I'm going to sign off. Here's the link to last year's fall Martinsville races if you want to see them. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell just in case you haven't already done so. Catch you guys next time, and peace out.